Okay, folks. So, game updates today. Game updates. So, I've been working on it for a few weeks. The most major thing that is coming to the game are the new game updates. So, first off is the reaction update affects everyone. So, from now on, all players get a reaction. One per round, and they can be used to trigger skills, craft skills with skill points, parry. They can be used. Let me double check. Where's my rules? Come on. Come on.
I said 25.
Did I put it here? No. Did I put it at the end? I think I put it on roll 20 under game rules. Do circus, do circus.
Afro.
Yep. Okay, parry reactions. Okay. It's already listed under the regular combat timing and everything in the game rules. So if anyone needs to reference it, you may. All characters may each have one reaction a round. While each have various uses, a reaction must be declared after the action of another character. It is declared. And the result and resolve at the same time as the action reacted to. Reactions may be used to initiate a skill, craft a reactionary skill, attack a character as a regular unskilled attack, parry a blow, and in other cases, use unique traits of weapons. Parry.
Sorry,
Go ahead.
sorry to interrupt. So just double checking. Can I use skills I've already made for reactions?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know I have to make it through a skill with reaction.
No.
As a reaction.
Reactionary skills need to be made with reactions, if that makes sense.
8 other that
Yeah.
I already have?
Yeah, you already have that, so we can count that as already made with reactions. But yes,
Okay.
you will need to, if you make any new ones along that line, you'll need to make those with reactions.
Okay.
Parry reactions allow a character to roll the damage dice of an equipped melee weapon and add that value to their armor value for a single attack. If a character is dual wielding, they may use this once with their primary weapon and once with their offhand weapon. Is that clear for everybody? Any questions, anybody?
Nothing so far.
I'm good.
Actually, I had a question. I don't think I was listening very carefully. Does that say that again about the dual wielding?
Parry reactions allow a character to roll the damage dice of an equipped melee weapon and add the value to their armor value for a single attack. If the character is dual wielding, they may do this once with their primary weapon and once with their offhand weapon.
So it'd be like double damage.
It wouldn't be a damaging, it would be reducing the damage of someone else's attack, raising your armor value.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
What if your offhand weapon is a shield?
It's not counted as a weapon.
Okay. Someone can't get on?
Yeah, Seth can't get on. He's busy.
Okay.
Let's see here. Dee. All right. With with all of your other stuff that's coming down, the weapons and armor update is coming down, which includes shields. So rather than read all of that again to everyone, I'm just going to add a file in the game rules section. All right, it's going to be in all players' journals. And it can only be edited by me. Not by John, by me. There we go.
What?
It started, I hit the wrong button and said that you were the only one that could edit it.
I am editor.
Okay. Everyone who has armor, I believe, has already had their armor weight added to their character sheets. Your shields, defense values. Everyone can reference this for their weapon traits. Every weapon has a unique trait now that makes it interesting to use versus other weapons. And you guys can reference that for your various odds and ends of your weapons. Also need to pay attention to what weapon size or what your weapon size category is, because that will determine your damage dice from now on. Instead of everyone rolling a d8 like we have been, if you're using an unarmed attack or a biological weapon, such as claws or a bite attack, your damage dice is equal to your creature's size. So if you're a large creature, it's a d16. If you're a tiny creature, it's a d4, etc., just like the weapon size chart. If you're using a small weapon, you get a d8. If you use a medium weapon, you get a d12. If someone's a giant and they're wielding massive weapons, they get a d20 damage. Any questions?
No. Thank you for adding that update.
Yep. Very welcome. Took a long time.
I helped a little.
It was a big help. So, John, both of your weapons count as medium weapons. Both the spear. Yeah, the spear and the sword.
Oh, didn't I have the spear made for me?
Yes.
So wouldn't that be a large or a large weapon?
Actually, it does scale to large, so yes. Yes, it would be. Yep, you're good. That is a. Yeah, you can classify that as a large weapon. I forgot that it scales to large. I had to look here quick. So both of your weapons, your spear receives. Your spear receives a d16. Your one or two-handed sword, if you're wielding it one-handed, will receive a d12 or receive. Let's see here. John, there's also a trait you need to make note of for your one or two-handed sword when you get the chance.
Okay. Yeah, I'm here. I'm already typing the damage. Go ahead.
It is classified as a forgiving weapon. Which says that when you're rolling durability loss for this weapon, if you roll an even number, the weapon does not take durability loss.
You said even?
Yep.
I had a question.
Mm-hmm.
If I was to wield a larger weapon than my strength check could allow, if I was able, like, if someone was able to carry it with me or carry it around, could I create a technique that I could wield a large weapon, like momentum or something?
I'm gonna say no, because that just gets too
Okay.
convoluted.
That's too complicated. Okay.
Convoluted. Yeah.
But if you have a high enough strength, that's fine, correct?
Yes. There will be. I don't have it set in yet, but yes, having a strength check to see if you can pull off wielding a weapon larger than your strength stat would usually allow. We go ahead and do that. That's fine. But most weapons that are classified as larger than anything other bigger than anything bigger than large weapons, like massive weapons, are usually have prerequisites of being a giant or passing a massive stealth check, or not stealth check, strength check. Shields can be wielded by everyone now. They do not require a proficiency like they previously did. Having a proficiency with a shield does allow you to craft skills with it, though. So that's a big that's a big boost if you're trying to be a tank or something. Shields have different, qualities. They all have the same defense based on their size, but their quality and material or their quality and weight are determined by the material, and they each have larger or smaller durability values and larger or smaller costs based on their size and what they're made out of. Panzer. Just to double check, just for your notes, your metal-plated shield has a durability of 150 moving forward from this point.
I thought it was 300. Isn't it doubled?
Oh, yes, it's doubled because of the quality trait. Thank you. So don't forget to write that down. Anyone who wishes to wear armor may wear armor, including martial artists. I know, sounds ridiculous, but they do MMA in full armor, so if you want to be a Shaolin monk in medieval armor, be my guest, I guess.
More power to you.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah.
Durability for the sword and spear.
Durability for the sword and the spear are both 100.
100?
Yes. They do not.
Even being holy weapons?
Yes.
Okay.
Those traits do not add durability or anything to them. Now, your weapons do not take damage unless you roll a natural 1.
Okay.
So that is the stipulation. You only roll damage for those on a natural 1. And what we'll do is we'll just roll a d10 every time you roll a natural 1 for your durability loss.
Okay. Quick question. If
Mhm.
I roll a... Oh, okay, never mind. I understand now.
2 through 10, no damage on your sword.
No, I was thinking about my sword. Forgiving.
Yep, forgiving
Then I have to
weapon.
roll a d10 if it's a... I got it now.
Yep.
Got it.
Armors have been listed. Some of them are very expensive. Some of them are not so expensive. Some of them can and can't be worn on certain places of the body. It may not be 100% realistic, but I spent 16 hours, give or take, trying to write it out and get it all figured out in some way, shape, or form that would balance both with the game and reality as best as I could. So, happy birthday. as a quick update to people's weapons, your spear panzer has a unique trait. Attack speed allows you to attack again if you miss an attack. Well, only once per round, though. You got that?
Spear, miss attack. So I'd roll with advantage.
Yes. No. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. You roll with advantage once per time. It's not standard advantage. It's Dungeons and Dragons advantage.
Correct.
Yeah. There's a big difference.
Okay, I'll put re-roll.
Re-roll once per round. Not once per turn. Once per round.
Does that work for a skill?
A skill does not stack with it.
No, if I missed with a skill.
Yeah.
Okay. Got
it. Jordan, you don't carry. Wait a minute. You carry throwing knives, correct?
I throw the. I have the kunai and then the 50 needles.
Okay, so.
I think I've used 2 of them, and one of them Carl has at the moment because he had it off of that bird.
Okay. Give me a second. Let's see here. Throwing knives. Throwing stars. Okay, so your throwing knives, your kunai are throwing knives. They have a unique trait you need to take note of in your inventory or your character sheet somewhere. So let me know when you're ready to edit that.
Okay, I'm in my inventory. I see a big alligator picture. No, it's a picture with an alligator looking like it. Wait, what? Okay, my game is not being very what's the word? Forgiving at the moment.
Don't forget to turn your phone sideways so you can see more of the
I
screen.
am.
And then refresh your page.
I'm gonna have to do that with everything again. Okay. The internet is kind of wonky where I am right now.
You don't have internet at Grandpa Mimi's house. You just have data.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Okay, let's try this again.
While we're waiting on that, Ezra, for when your character comes in, you're wielding a dagger and a rapier, correct?
Who?
Ezra!
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry.
For when your character comes in, you wielding a dagger and a rapier, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So your rapier's primary unique trait for you to take note of in your character sheet or in your inventory is while you are wielding this weapon, you may wield a dagger without the dual wielding skill in the offhand. And then dagger says this weapon is easily concealed, so as long as you do not have it equipped at the beginning of your turn, you may make a stealth attack regardless of whether you are already engaged with your opponent in combat.
Okay.
So a quick draw stealth attack with daggers. And both of them can be
Does that
used to
count with
parry.
mine?
Yes, that also counts with yours.
Okay, cool. Do the stealth attacks in your game are they similar to the ones in D&D?
They give you advantage? Yes. Do we roll advantage the same way? No.
Okay. Okay, I'm in the edit spot for the inventory, but it just shows the picture. When I click on edit, it just shows the picture to edit. Wait, what? Now it sends me back to the main page. But okay. This whole system is kind of wonky.
When it shows the picture, when you hit edit to show the picture, you need to scroll down.
Okay.
It opened
I'll
up
try
another
again.
window. You can open up that other window in another page,
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I did.
but you need to scroll down so you can actually edit your journal.
Yeah, but every time I try clicking on my inventory, after I've clicked on it and it's messed up, I can't click on it again. I would have to
Because it's
redo the
already
whole
open.
thing again.
It's already open on your page. That's why.
Uh,
Yeah, once you click off of it, it hides it.
okay, where is it hidden?
It's on your page somewhere, but you're zoomed in and you can't see it. Because phone is not meant to edit those things easily. This is why they're working on an app.
Okay, I cannot find it.
Can
I'll
you
try to click on it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's still not working.
so you pop up when you hit it, it opens up, you can see the picture, and then it says edit, the button up above.
Mm-hmm.
You click the button to edit and it reopens it in another window. When you do that, you need to scroll down to description and notes, and that's where you start writing.
Okay, when I get into that, I already open it in another window, and then I go click on edit, and then the picture just seems to get closer, like another window.
Yeah,
But
well,
when I do that,
it doesn't allow you to open this one up in another window.
Oh no. Yeah, no.
oh, okay, well that should be interesting.
You have to do it on the Roll20 page. See, when you go to edit this one, it immediately puts it back on
Okay,
the
now
Roll20 page.
All right, yeah, I see it. It works.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so I'm ready to edit.
So your your dagger.
I have two.
Throwing knives. Unique trait. Okay, so these are your kunai. These have a different unique trait than your regular dagger.
How kunai is spelled with a K or a C?
It's spelled with a K. You can just make it throwing knives. It doesn't matter. But their unique trait is when an enemy moves, you may use a reaction to attack the enemy with a ranged attack and stop his movement at half distance on a successful hit.
Okay, so I scrolled down to the tools. It says I see BIUS and then eraser X2.
Yeah,
and all these different things.
You just scroll down a little more to the white blank spot beneath it and click on that.
Okay. Okay, I'm terrible at spelling kunai. Kuni.
EI.
EI. Okay, kunai. All right. So, and then what's a special trait?
When an enemy moves, you may use a reaction to attack the enemy with a ranged attack and stop his movement at half distance on a successful hit. Okay, spelling check on that one. It is AI, not EI.
Oh, I actually auto-corrected it.
Okay, that's good. Ezra, your character isn't wearing any armor, correct?
That is correct. He is.
Got it.
Yeah.
Jordan, stop breathing in the microphone.
Sorry, that was it was rubbing against my shirt again.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it gets really old really fast. It's ominous when you're the bad guy, but when you're not the bad guy, it's just annoying as fudge.
It's kind of creepy. When you're not the bad guy, it's just creepy. Hey Arnold, for instance.
I never.
Okay, so
I
what
don't
should I
know
do
what it is.
about my needles then?
Your needles count as a melee weapon. Creatures who are hit with this weapon with a sneak attack must make an observance check. If they fail, they do not know they have been attacked. So you don't automatically know you're attacked with these ones. You can sneak attack someone with them, and if you roll well on your stealth, they don't know they've been hit. No, those will receive.
I can't remember how to spell needle. Neidle.
No, Needle.
Okay, I'm losing it my mind.
Lucky, at least he had one.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, that's still up for debate.
Well, thank you. Thanks, Joe.
Okay, so you got that figured out?
Almost.
I still like the nunchucks entry for this list of weapons.
Okay, so I wrote needle. Enemy must roll observance to notice the attack.
When you roll a sneak attack,
Okay.
you can't just do it all the time. You have to make it a stealth attack.
Okay, I got those two down.
Okay. So that's you, that's Panzer. Carl's not here. But he already knows the trait that he's going to be working with because he's been excited about it for weeks. And Khan is not here. So, that being said, now we're just waiting for Shower Boy.
Does my kunai take? Do they weigh? Like, how much do they weigh? Do I still have to? Does my strength check actually allow me to use those?
Yeah, your strength
Still?
is good for those. Let me pull up the weight because that'll go on your character sheet. Go ahead and
Okay.
save that. Don't close it. Save. Scroll down and save your inventory.
No, I did. It already asked me to do that, so I did already.
Okay, your your kunai count as a quarter pound each. So however many you have half a pound of those, and your needles are an extremely lightweight weapon. There's 50 of those in a pound, so you have 1.5 pounds of weapons.
Okay, so do I put that in my inventory or
So
my?
go to your character sheet,
Yep.
and then when you go to edit that, you can go down below the character sheet, and there is your carry capacity sheet. And it's been
Ooh.
added. So at the it's second to the second second area to the bottom is listed under the item slots or under the armor slots is the primary weapon, the secondary weapon, and the shield. Primary weapons, the daggers, that's 1/2 pound, so just put 0.5. Your secondary weapon, just put 1 pound, because your secondary weapon is your needles.
Oh, did you change it again to my character sheet to not be able to open up in another page?
No.
Okay, it moved me back to the main app, the Roll20
That's
page
because when
when
you
I
go
tried doing that.
when you go to edit it, it automatically pops it up just like the other things.
Okay.
You can never edit it off page.
Okay. Okay, I'm only seeing like a sliver of it. I'm only seeing a sliver of words
Yeah.
when I open the thing. So
Yeah, you can grab the bottom of that window, and you should be able to stretch it out.
okay, when I try that, it moves the whole page.
Okay.
Well, I'm trying to shrink it so I can actually get to the corner. Okay, it's not wanting to do it.
Okay, well, you're just going to have to scroll down, and you'll start to see the grid underneath for the item slots. Scroll down till you see
Okay,
the end of that.
it's not letting me. It's not letting me get to that. Oh my goodness. Okay, I have to reset the whole thing.
Yeah, don't forget that sometimes you have to use a 2-finger scroll instead of a single-finger scroll.
Yeah, I try all kinds of scroll, and it still doesn't do much of any scroll. So I wish I had a computer to do this on. Okay. All right, so edit. Nope. Okay, when I'm in the page on Roll20, when I try to edit, when I try to scroll to the second section, it stops me and I can't scroll to that. This is extremely frustrating. This didn't happen before. When I tried editing it before, when we were doing it before, it did not do this.
Okay. Well, I'll go ahead and put them in there for you. And you need to spend some time troubleshooting this out of game so that you can figure out how to run your character sheet.
Could you not put the inventory spot or like all the weight for the weapons in a different page?
No.
Okay. Excuse me.
Oh, quick note for everyone, Ezra and everyone. Base human carry capacity is 20 pounds. Jordan, what's your character's strength stat?
I'm looking. Hold on. Okay. Why won't it let me scroll up higher than that? Okay. My base strength is a 6.
Thank you.
So that would be 26 strength for me?
No.
No. Did I not think
You
that
have
right?
a total carry capacity of 70 pounds.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yes.
Uncle Wes says hi.
Hey, Uncle Wes.
Joey said hi.
All right. Okay. So that, so Ezra, you know where to put in your carry capacity, right?
Wait. Is that the bottom?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, there it is. I see it now.
Your stat bonus is 6 times the 10 next to it to equal however much your stat adds to your carry capacity. And then your base creature carry size is medium, so that's 20 pounds. So whatever your stat is, plus 20 pounds.
Okay, so its stat is 5.
So you'll be able to carry a total of 60 pounds. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Okay. What?
I did the math on Jordan's wrong.
Oh, what?
80 pounds.
I can hold 80 pounds?
Yes. You can carry
Oh,
80
okay,
pounds.
cool.
You can carry 80 pounds, but you're so this is the rule for, you know how some people are in D&D, people have disadvantage for wearing plate armor? Well,
Yeah, that makes
if
sense.
you are carrying more than half of your carry capacity, then you get disadvantage on your stealth checks.
Okay.
So, Jordan, if you were carrying 40 pounds or more, you would have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna ask them. I should probably just text it to you.
Okay. Come on, Carl, finish your shower. He just said F off. I just texted him, come on, Carl. I texted him back, I have stalled for 40 minutes, so no.
Why does it take that long to do it? Never mind.
He's probably doing laundry too,
Oh, wow.
or at least throwing it
Okay.
in.
How dare he?
Yeah, how dare he?
How darest thou? Dost thou? That's laundry, however they say it.
Not like
How
that.
darest thou doest thy laundry?
There we go.
What? Why are
You know, to take off the shine. I'm talking about from later in the game when I require said thing. If I wanted to require said thing.
No. Paint color does not give you stealth or no stealth.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If I have a helmet that shines in the moonlight, that would make it harder for me to stealth if I wanted to paint it black and then scuff it
My
so it's a dull
word.
black color.
No, okay? No. We don't get that convoluted. You're thinking too hard.
Okay, I thought that this was supposed to be a realistic
I
thing.
want that Batman meme. You are Robin. I am Batman. I am slapping you upside the face right now. Ugh.
Okay.
You don't even have a helmet. Why are you bugging me about this?
It was a question that came up in my mind that I wanted to make it because you were talking about armor. You were talking about armor at the moment, so I was wanting to know
Your
if that would
character
still make a
doesn't wear
difference.
armor. It doesn't matter.
And I don't see why you're blowing up about this.
Because it's the same thing every day with you. Hey, in 5 months, when I do this, can I do this? Hey, next year, when I do this, can I do that? And I'm like, it's this week. Focus on this week and this week only. Thank you.
All right, well, you were talking about armor at this moment, so that's why I brought up the question.
Yeah, well, you don't have armor, so it doesn't matter. I updated your
Okay.
character picture, so there.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
There you go. Oh, jeepers. Well, at least I have chicken.
Had chicken.
Yeah, that's true. Did I send you that picture, John? It was Star Wars, The Rise of Leroy Jenkins.
No.
It
Oh
is
wait, I
it
think
is
you
the
did.
entire Imperial fleet and one X-Wing. And the phrase, I got this.
Whatever you keep telling yourself. Leroy Jenkins is in World of Warcraft.
Yep. Oh, boy.
Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with that.
It's like one of the oldest memes.
Says the guy who
Okay.
won't stop bugging me about playing all these different mobile phones. Yeah, I don't know anything about that game.
I've never played World of Warcraft before. Is there a World of Warcraft mobile game?
I believe, I don't know, is there a way to do it mobile?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Then I wouldn't know anything about it. Except what you played. Oh wait, no, that wasn't World of Warcraft. That was Diablo. Never mind.
Alrighty. Well, when Carl finally gets here, there's going to be a slightly different session than usual. Just
Really?
a fair warning. Or at least the first, 20 minutes to half an hour of it.
Oh, okay.
Still waiting on Carl.
Hey, John, you want to hear a joke?
Sure, what you got?
Some guy gets hired to be a lumberjack, and after all the workers are going in for the day, this new guy is joining them for their midnight, not party, but relaxation. They're all sitting around this campfire, and people are doing whatever, snacking, drinking, etc. And somebody yells out the number 15, and everyone rises up in an uproar and laughter. And then somebody else yells out 20, and everybody laughs again. Another person yells out the number 75, and they're all they just laugh at their heads off. And he edges over to somebody, whispers, "What's going on?" He's like, "Oh, we know these jokes so well that we've numbered them all." And he's like, "Oh, really?" And he's like, "Oh, okay." So he wants to try something. So they're all yelling out their numbers, and there's a quiet moment, and he yells out, "Number 12." and everybody's kind of silent.
Oh
And some
no.
guy says, "Well, some people just don't know how to tell a joke."
Aw. What was number 12?
No, it's a joke because they're all yelling out these numbers, like all these different numbers, and they're just numbers. But he said, well, one of them said that, well, some people just don't know how to tell a joke.
In other words, number 12 was a bad joke.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna fall asleep on my keyboard. If anyone's character dies, let me know.
Well, if I challenge Panzer again, then it's gonna be me.
Just pick him up and throw him into the void, John.
Got it.
I think it,
Which direction is that?
Straight down.
Hopefully, I can wiggle myself out of there. I usually do.
oh, is that who's impaled on that stick right over there?
I'm suddenly hearing that what's it? Is it a rap song or something? It just the background goes wiggle wiggle wiggle.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, Google, bedroom lights off.
Oh, so you actually gotta take a nap now?
No, I was just stopping the waste of electricity behind me. I have
Oh, okay.
I have an office lamp and I have a backlight on my TV now, so. Yeah, fancy.
Have you seen that video of a Marine wrapping his bacon around the end of his barrel on his machine gun?
Yep.
And he fires it off, and it actually cooks the bacon.
Yep, because the suppressors get hot.
That's pretty cool.
The one time John is on time, Carl's the one who is 50 minutes late.
Motherfucker, I am here.
The one time. The one time. All right, we can finally get started.
I've been here since the beginning of the number joke.
Why didn't you say something? I'm not
I
paying attention to
fucking did.
chat. No, you didn't. Did anyone else hear Carl say anything?
Nope.
I saw him come in, but I didn't hear him say anything.
All right. So
Oh, man.
no, okay.
And I'm gonna get food, guys, so I'll be right back.
Slap!
I'm kidding.
Panzer, hold him! I'm gonna elbow drop him.
Sorry, I accidentally scrolled the thing out. Good job. Okay, I won't do that again.
All right. So.
Yeah, I said, what the fuck is going on when you were saying all the number stuff, but I was like, okay, I guess no one heard me.
Just a quick the updates did drop today, Carl.
Okay. You know what to do, Panzer.
You will need to add your weapon weights and stuff to your character sheet. There is.
They're all 0 pounds, right?
Yeah, down in game rules, there's armor and weapon.
I heard that right. You said 0 pounds.
No, it's not. It's listed under the armors, weapons, and shield update. Under game rules, you can see it. You can adjust your character's carry capacity by that. The human and elf race. It should be available to all players. Let me double check here.
Hey, did you design the world map?
I can't see it because I'm not looking at it.
Okay.
Did you design the world map, Joey?
No, I got this off of internet. Because sometimes it's better to save effort and time and put it into something else to make a better game.
That's pretty.
Okay.
All right. So, I believe we're all still in the cave. Seth can't make it because of probably, phone signal where he's at in Pennsylvania.
Oh. Hey, guess where I'm going tomorrow?
Pennsylvania?
No, I am going to Minnesota tomorrow.
Oh my word.
Oh, really? Oh, wait.
Yep. For like 30 minutes to pick up a load, and then going all the way down to Texas.
Okay.
Texas.
Yep.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Going to El Paso. Wow, El Paso.
El Paso.
Yeah. Okay. I caught myself in the middle of saying it first time.
Yes, but you did start it, and we knew where you were going. Okay. All right. So we'll go ahead. I think we're all good. Carl doesn't wear armor. You just have your short bow, and you already know what trait it has. All right. Everybody here. John didn't drop out on us, did he? Dang it, John.
No.
I'm just hearing Darth Vader in the background. No. All right, no,
Yeah.
we're all here. Thank goodness. All right. So, when we left off, you guys had been in the woods listening for some kind of spirits or creatures. Something was causing problems in the woods. You guys found evidence in the trees of them being drilled into, but no sawdust underneath them, strangely enough. You ended up setting up traps, like fouling nets, and tried to catch some of them, but ended up shooting some night birds out of the air, finding them to be strangely malformed, almost half-human abominations. And it was disturbing. And then...
Oh, you're just recapping for him, are you?
I'm recapping last session.
That was
Concertia,
like several sessions ago.
Concertia, the mother of halflings, appeared, asking you basically, or offering you the opportunity to lift the curse. And in order to do so, you'd have to go to Carl's favorite terrain.
Caves.
Caves. And you guys ended up scaling the cliffside, entering the caves, found a Cotton-Eye Joe. Panzer got the kiss this time, which was awesome for him. Continued to explore, actually picked up a dying one of these strange abomination birds after roasting hundreds, if not thousands of them alive.
That was fun.
Saving one of them, having mercy on one, and then finding natural staircase down into another tunnel area where you were confronted by a large vine drake, which you promptly knocked over and started beating up like a bunch of JoJo characters.
I almost got bitten in half.
I mean, you almost got swallowed.
If that would have happened, then I would have just done a Drex and tried to like knife out his stomach or something.
I want that in a meme in chat now. I just want that in a meme in chat. Just him against the wall of the stomach.
Yes.
So then Panzer decided to meditate into the realm of lost souls, found a doorway through the void into a cave that opened up into the realm of the Elderwood, where he was met again by the Lady of Mischief, Concertia. And she said for him to bring back his friends, and then they could begin. He went back to the realm of the living, and that is where we left off, because people were getting sleepy, and it was getting late.
Actually, we started meditating, and Panzer was able to meditate. I think I had to use my herb to help someone else meditate. I actually meditated also.
Yeah, so we had three, and then Oliver went and fell asleep, and that's when we gave up. That's what happened.
Okay.
Carl fell asleep, and we couldn't get him to make his meditation check, so we just decided to cut it there. And then he texted me like 12 minutes later, sorry, I fell asleep, and I'm like, that's cool, we kind of figured.
Yes.
Anyway, Carl, could you please roll a resolve check to meditate, please?
Hold on.
If we had a barrel or
I'm just getting my
something, we could
Wi-Fi
like
up.
fill it.
I'm just logging in.
Okay.
If we could like find a barrel or
Oh.
something and fill it with water, he could meditate easily.
I'm gonna give him some support.
Okay.
You're asleep, I
Can you hear
thought.
my
Yeah,
water?
all three of the others have already have already meditated. And
Is there any
Through
water
the
nearby?
void.
there is no water in the cave.
Can I
do it
ask?
through the void?
I'm gonna say this was all supposed to resolve in the same action, so hold off.
Okay.
If Carl can't do that, can I roll an observance to see what's taking him so long?
If you're gonna be that
Or-
impatient, but let the guy roll his own check quick. He rolls an 18.
He got it.
He's fine. You guys all
Okay,
sitting here.
goodness.
Carl's not gonna make it. Y'all just standing in the spirit realm. Just all of you. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it. What do we need? We need to get a barrel and put him in water or something. Maybe I can just kick his soul into the realm of souls, and he's just standing there while you're all contemplating.
Yes, absolutely. That's what we're all doing.
All right. So you find yourselves in the realm of lost souls again. It is a darker, more
is my first
shadowy
time here.
version of this would be the first time that Oliver has been here. But Panzer, the doorway that you found before is here. You can just slightly see it in the distance.
Would Khan have been there?
Khan is technically here, yes, but he has never been here before.
Okay.
Okay. Follow me. Everybody feel
Obviously,
okay?
I'm perfectly fine. I'm used to this.
Okay. Looking around, does everyone have a weapon on them?
Those who openly carry weapons, yes, sure.
Okay.
That doesn't count me, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah, as it doesn't count me, or yeah, I am having a weapon.
It does not count you.
Okay, so
Everyone good?
I'm good.
Okay, so pretty sure if you die here, you die. Die,
As
die,
in-
die,
Oh,
die.
lovely.
So let's all be very careful and go through mysterious doorways. Onward, follow me.
Okay, if you go through mysterious doorways without hesitation, then I don't care what the kind of door it is. I'm following after you.
All right, I'm just gonna.
Oh my gosh, I'm so huge.
Yeah, I forgot. Panzer's size has changed, and
Oh, no.
so has Seth's. So both
How
of
big
them,
are they now?
They are both considered large creatures. So they both get large
boy.
tokens. So Panzer, you're squeezing through this hallway.
Just saying, during this time, I've just been slowly growing and growing.
Soon you're literally going to be a dragon at the end of the campaign.
I'm working towards it. Oh my goodness.
This is why we had to make this check last week to see if everyone could crawl through properly. All right. So we'll just say that you guys go ahead and go through the void curtain. Is there any problem with that?
Nope.
Okay. New page for you folks. Don't forget to zoom out.
Question, Joey. Is my owl a physical person right now?
No,
Can everyone see him?
You are more of an ethereal person at this point. But your owl is there, yes.
Okay.
So, you all find yourselves re-entering Panzer, this place where you visited before, but now there are 7 women here.
That's a woman?
Yes, that is a woman. And she looks very much like
All I see is the head. Just letting you know. The one with looks like have horns in the back.
yeah, that's just her head. That is an ogre woman.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's actually modeled after the Tharks, so she looks very similar to Sekhmet. So, oh, I just remembered. I gotta silence my phone just in case someone texts me. There we go. Done. Do. So, the where was it? Concertia steps forward and yeah, I'm gonna have to move something. Give me a second here. Just put you over there. Something hidden from you guys that I can't show you yet. There we go.
Ooh, where is it?
Just double checking. Who is this?
You gotta ping it for me to know who is who.
Yeah, how do you ping again? Right clicking.
You don't right click, you just click.
Nothing happening.
Oh, there you go. It pinged. Something pinged.
That is me pinging. I am just clicking the map, okay? All you
I'm
do is
clicking the map too.
you have to click and hold down.
Ah.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Did I just do that?
Yes.
So who is this?
Who is which one?
I'm pinging it.
That's Jordan's character. That's Elo. He got his character art update.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got it. So, Concertia steps forward and she says, "Welcome. May I introduce my sisters?" And she turns to this one first, going in clockwise order. This is Maltese, the mother of pixies. This is... I have a list. Guys, give me a second. This is Shez, mother of ogres. This is Rigat, mother of seasons. I am sure you already know this one. Nukumna. You know her as the White Lady.
I'm in the dark here. Who's the white lady?
I'll leave that up to you guys to explain.
I kind of squat down a little bit. She's the she watches a tree.
Oh, of course. I'm so stupid. I think I remember hearing about that before.
This is Turtek, mother of goblins. And this is... I gotta find my list. Nila, mother of gnomes. We are the 8 sisters of Elderwood. Make an observance check for me, you guys. Because no one brought anything up right away.
Okay.
Oliver, you rolled a 9? What the fudge? What the fudge?
Did it go through?
Yep, that's a 15.
Joe, a
7.
question. If would I have advantage on some checks in the spirit one?
No, not unless you're in L mode.
Oh, okay.
So game or dang it, Elo, you are the only one that notices, but she says that we are the 8 sisters of Elderwood. There's only 7 women there.
I try to I tap Panzer on his elbow because that's how only how high I can actually reach. Try to get his attention. And I try to whisper in his ear, "Where is the eighth one? I count only 7."
John, you're muted.
1, 2, 3,
4,
3.
5, 6, 7.
Wait, yes, too fast. 4.
You're really playing up that new element of your character traits, aren't you?
5.
It said
Hey, I've been
advanced
working mainly on
mathematics.
words, not math. Okay, I'm working on it.
It said advanced mathematics. You can count.
Adding isn't advanced.
No, that's simple. That's simple mathematics.
Okay.
Just don't try adding anything with more than 5 digits.
I am. 5 plus 2.
No. Okay.
5 digits. You get it? Digits. Fingers.
Yeah. No, you only got 4. 8 on each hand. 8 total.
8 on each hand. All right, noted.
No, 4 on each hand. Sorry, I did my
Okay.
math pre words.
Oh my goodness! Let's get on with it, please.
Okay. Excuse me. Is there one missing?
Unfortunately, the Mother of Elves cannot be present.
Is she okay?
We will keep that to the subject, unfortunately. She is missing of her own volition.
I kind of look at Oliver.
Don't expect me to know.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, hello. I'm Panzer.
The Merciful.
Okay, I don't want that spreading out too much, but thank you.
The ogre mother steps forward and reaches in and takes the small misshapen bird from your breastplate nook.
Oh yeah.
The Merciful, indeed. She holds it in her forearms gently. My son, on the other hand, is the mighty, slayer of many. The mother of seasons over here, Regat, she looks at you. Oliver, you are the resourceful one. You have mastered my powers very well. And you, Natsurai, you are very observant. You have each fulfilled the stipulations that were required. One merciful, one mighty, one observant, and one resourceful. 4 of mortals to judge an immortal. Concertia steps forward again. I am the youngest of my sisters. Some of my sisters have an issue with one of our own. But because our father chooses not to involve himself amongst our quarrels, we needed someone else to judge and resolve this quarrel. I will stand as moderator, for I was born after these quarrels began. My other sisters can speak for themselves. Panzer, if you might step back, we will present to you the subject that you will judge. And there is a moment where flowers bloom at your feet in the midst of you. And a hideous creature bursts forward, covered in feathers and exposed flesh. This giant, terrifying bird creature is just immediately lashes out at everyone. And you raise your shield, Panzer, reflexively, but it cannot move past the flower that it's bloomed on.
Thank you. That's exactly reflex I would have.
This is our brother, the 9th child of Elderwood.
Can you go upstairs and give me that coat of Wes's up there?
Is he the only brother?
He is the only brother. And meanwhile, this entire time, this creature with multiple eyes and strange mutated flesh and feathers is just constantly twitching back and forth, staring at each of them. Not so much at Concertia, but at the others, quite viciously.
Hello.
It snaps towards you, not speaking, not just growling, just making strange, inhuman noises. And Concertia continues to speak. I will let each of my sisters present their case against this creature.
Your brother.
Do you agree to be judge?
I do. I accept.
Each of you?
I kind of elbow whoever's next to me.
That's my head. Ow. Oh yes, of course.
Seth agrees. We'll just say that.
Well, he obviously would. Seth would probably want to burn the thing.
And you, Ancient One, turns to you, Oliver.
I'm kind of flattered, actually.
You who are older than all of us.
I look back at Oliver.
What?
I might need to change your nickname.
Very well.
Got long in the tooth?
Oliver is not older than y'all. Monroe.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go to object and tokens now. Okay. She steps back, sits up here waiting. Each one steps back, finding a place to sit at a distance, still within hearing range. And Nakumna steps forward. And I actually need to shrink this down slightly to be more to scale. There we go. Nakumna steps forward. My brother was born after my children. But unlike the rest of us, who have been gifted with the chance and drive by our father to bring a new race into this world for the purpose of peace and life, he abandoned his purpose, rather than bringing new life into this world, he spent his time reveling amongst mortals, especially amongst my children. He did not do anything with the creative power given to him, and instead spent his days in drinking and debauchery, stealing the virtue of my daughters. This form I have taken part in giving him, a curse for his crimes against my children. My sister Concertia does not believe that this is just, and that my brother is doing as he was given choice by our father. But I stand on the injustice against my children and demand justice. What say you?
If this was a curse you placed, was the curse hard to dispel upon him?
It was a joint effort, but difficult, yes.
I would like to ask to remove so I may speak with him. I would like to hear his side.
Concertia steps forward. This is just. Let it be done. And they each raise their hand, each removing a piece of the curse that was there. And immediately, he turns into this human form. Somewhat effeminate, beautiful, long-haired like his sisters. You know, counting the Thark one. You know, we'll skip that. You know, little beauty in the eye of the beholder. We'll just leave it at that.
Oh my God.
But immediately you see him stand up straight, and he's like an old man stretching muscles that he hasn't felt in years, and he's just. Well, that's a bit of welcome relief. Slowly looks around at each of them. Looks at each of you. Well, you all took your time. What would you ask of me, child?
Wait, Panzer, has he been waiting for us?
I believe so. Okay. So, did you hear any of the things that your sisters have been saying
I
while
hear
you were in
the
the form?
accusations of all. I have heard their accusations well.
And what say you?
I have merely been doing as I was given purpose. Hear now my story. When I was given into this world by my father was in a state of despair. For every time that he had brought the opportunity of life into this world by one of these my sisters, each one of them put in this world to bring peace and order, only to have them fill themselves up with pride in their own beings, bringing no peace, but separating themselves from the rest of the world. Goblins, my sister, your children hide in caves, even quarreling amongst themselves as to who are worthy of living in the upper class and the lower class. You, my sister Nakuna, your children spread across the entire world, abusing others. Even the gnomes. You, my sister, your children delve deep into the earth and make great diversity in their own race, but enslave the children of others. You, my sister, mother of seasons, your nymph children stay in the woods, hiding amongst themselves, very rarely ever venturing out to give any of their peace and love to the rest of the world. Thark, you consider yourselves above everyone else. And the pixies hide, full of mischief. You who enjoyed my curse more than all, each of them falling short of bringing peace and purpose to this world. When I found myself gifted with the memories of my father and his sorrows, unlike these, who merely are the purpose of themselves and gifted with love for their children only, I found myself with much more despair. How could you bring yet another creature into this world, only to have it once again be full of hatred for others? How could I love a child more so than the others? I stood back and saw their despair, and in my realization of everyone's faltering, I decided, no, I shall not bring more life into this world. And then, yes, I spent my life trying to bring peace and happiness. I brought love and joy to the daughters of various children of my sisters. The children that resulted of those were mistakes. And this child was also a mistake, and he points towards the small abomination bird creature that the Thark mother is holding. I have answered your question.
Speaking of which, why does he seem so sick?
Why don't you try being a bird? I do not.
I kind of like.
I do not have control over the creation of my loins.
It seems similar to your curse.
The Nakuna steps forward. The curse was tailored to allow him to feel the pain of his children.
I would whisper to Panzer, it almost seems that he is guilty of the same action he accuses his sisters of, creating people that ultimately are not what they expected. So his argument is kind of lacking there, I think. And honestly, I think I'm proof that the nymph people can show love more than they would. I'm saying this all to Panzer in a quiet undertone.
Why don't the races work together?
The races were intended to work together, but we also intended for them to have free will. We could not force our children to do what we wanted. They chose on their own.
Did you ever ask them?
We did. But as time went on, they forgot us. That is why there are so few that come on pilgrimage to meet me. You, a rare occurrence amongst all creatures, let alone my own children.
Are y'all
I hate to
stuck
sound
here?
like the ass.
Okay, you two talked at the same time.
Sorry, Carl.
Oh, I was saying I hate to sound like the asshole here, but it kind of sounds like y'all gave up on your children.
I also, I'm sorry, I had a thought and I lost it. Never mind. Shh.
Are y'all stuck here?
We are here for the protection of our own lives. Should we be killed, our races would fall into chaos.
You know, if you gave all your races that you're in charge of free will, and you don't put your
As you guys are all
hands.
as you guys are all saying this, Contircia steps forward. Might I remind you that my sisters are not the ones on trial here?
We were asked to be
I know, but
judges.
I also think that he made a good point, and I'm asking a question. Do you have the right to judge or punish one of your fellow brothers or sisters
This
when
this is quite exactly my point. I vouched for my brother, and that is why we chose you four. Rather than my sisters taking the right upon themselves to judge their brother, they have come to bear witness, and you are now the judges. There seems to be some kind of affection in a look between Concertia and her brother.
Okay, question for you. If you are freed today, what will you do?
I don't know. I would probably do as I have continued to do.
By sleeping with countless women?
What else should I do? What would you impose on me? To create a new race, father them, control their lives, and ultimately take their free will and march upon the world to conquer and control and eventually subdue the world in peace and order?
What I would like to see is everyone working together. I don't know if y'all can make a child together.
The looks on everyone's faces flinch for just a moment. Because that totally came out wrong, Panzer.
Did it?
It it totally did. These are all brother and sisters here.
Yes, but they're
Hey.
making children by themselves.
Hey, question, Joey, is there the mother of the humans here?
Yes,
Technically.
right here. Nakumna.
Okay, technically, children of two of the species have already made a union and made me. That's already a step forward in the situation of working together.
Not really. They're all ridiculed. A lot of them are.
I would say that no one has ever ridiculed you, have they? Pointing to you.
Me? Or?
I'm pinging Elo on the map.
Oh, okay.
Elo, you are both our grandchildren. Your mother was my daughter, and your father was my sister's son. And at this point,
So,
this guy, he said, he kind of leans back on his rock, and he's like, "So what? You would have me bring a race into existence that can intermingle with every race, bringing unity through one big happy family? Have you seen how large families argue? Have you seen how bad it gets? Families are the worst quarrelers of everyone. I should know. I've been in family disputes far more often than I would like to."
Yes, but the alternative is not that great. I didn't really have much of a family. My mother and father.
did I miss something?
I don't think so.
I think I might have, but yeah, keep going.
My mother and father sent me out of the city because of how I was born. I didn't have a family.
And yet your family was not of blood.
Correct. He was a dragonborn. My mentor, my master, my strength. Even today.
See here, my sisters. The child of demon spawn, raised by those who you would look down upon, is the merciful one in your group of judges. Just kind of smiles and looks back at you. How ironic. Maybe we should ally ourselves with the spawn of hell. Maybe they can bring order. For even the king there has been able to keep the demons of hell at bay for over 2,000 years. You can tell that there is a general distaste for this idea amongst the sisters.
I'm sorry, I don't really know anything about demons. Is that you saying that's where I'm from?
Dragonborn are ancient children, ultimately spawned from demonic ancestry. You were raised by a dragonborn, and yet you are the merciful one in the group. It is ironic, seeing as most of them would never be merciful and are known for being some of the most ferocious and vicious warriors in the world. Our absent sister would attest to that, seeing as how many of her children have been slain by them.
Well, I would say my master was the leader of the Dragonborn, and usually, leaders.
That is beside the point. We do not know how he led. As it appears, you do not know either.
Not quite, no. I didn't even know he was the leader of them until later.
Concertius steps forward. As arbiter, I would say that we should at least keep the topic. The subject is not how things should go moving forward. The subject is what should be done with these children and what should be done with their father.
Well, all the
Hey,
birds seem sick. Yes, what's that?
Would it be possible for us to I take Panzer aside. Would it be possible to send these these bird things to the other side to put them at rest, and then to they cursed him to become a monster. Couldn't they curse him to um make his own people or try to fix the problems within the eternal affairs or something? I mean, they could probably make him do something like that, couldn't they? Or maybe even, he's already made problems with intermingling with stuff like that.
Well, stuff on that note, I'm not here to tell him what to do.
Well, it's supposed to be a punishment, and technically they've already punished him when they've turned him into such a gross creature. It's like trying to say, hey, this is what your children are going through. Let's turn you into this to teach you a lesson. They've already taken it upon themselves to punish them. Why are they asking us to do it?
Because one of their sisters disagreed with it. That's why we are here.
Okay, so we're trying to look for a punishment for him.
No. We are here to be judges if he should be punished.
I honestly think he made a pretty good point. I don't know that much about the eternal affairs with the different species and all the problems that they've had.
Yes, but
But
now it is part of our pay grade.
I would say that it is possible for the species to intermingle, to work together. If we could help the process along, and maybe even have him bound to us as a slave or something, to have him help us with a problem or issues when something like this comes up again or something like that, that could be sufficient punishment. Him being bound to a couple of mortals as a slave.
I'm against slavery.
Okay, let's forget that then. Something like that. We need to
No, but
fix
you
this
have given
problem.
me an idea.
Oh,
Here you go.
okay.
Sorry about that, ladies. So, do y'all know anything about me?
Nakumna steps forward. I know of you, for you have visited me. The others only in passing.
As you may know, I'm traveling the world. So I would be seeing a lot of races. Going to each race. I would say, let him come with us. And something, a piece from each and one of you that I can give to your children. For they may remember you and praise.
And praise.
Of course,
Do you
they
think
have found their lost mother.
do you think
They have
that there are
Sorry.
those who actually care? There are many who do not care about us anymore.
Well, like you said earlier, they have forgotten. I would have loved to know my mother. And I'm sure they would too.
The
I'm pretty.
For the sake of me having to reference my list of names, Turtek jumps down from her rock and steps forward. In all honesty, even if we did present ourselves forward at this time, even if we came and visited them ourselves, they would turn against us.
And you know that for certain?
I've tried. 300 years ago, I tried. My children have completely turned against me, even if you try to remind them of who they once were and what they were intended to be. They don't care. Each and every individual only cares for themselves.
Well, that shouldn't matter. You can keep at trying to like bless your children and try to at least make that connection. At
I mean,
least if you put forth an effort to reach out your children, then you are not shirking your responsibilities.
I can
That's
attest
your that's
the mother of gnomes steps forward. I can attest to the truth of what my sister says. I live amongst my children. I live amongst them and guide them every day, and it does not stop them from filling their lives with materialism, searching to enslave other races and their own pleasures. I have been trying for over 1,000 years, and they have shoved me aside.
well good. Your respect level for you has risen dramatically.
At this point, the son, he kind of adjusts his chair or his rock, and he says, "You see what I'm saying? We were brought into this world only to give life. How we made it can't be changed. And every one of them is flawed. Each one was trying to make a race that would ultimately bring peace to this world. But ultimately, each one in and of themselves are sinful and selfish. So why
Technically,
try?
the people that you've accidentally had as children, have they been different in any way? From their original species.
Well, they always change.
Have they changed into like the creepy birds that we see here now?
That's not very nice. I kind of elbow him, kick.
I'm just asking a question.
The mother of these children was a raven.
Well, okay.
So yes, it's obvious that they've changed.
Why would they do that? Like, why would it change? Couldn't you like fix the problem? They technically are your children.
You're asking me to flex my power of creativity to change their nature.
Yes, why not? If you were to start afresh from your species and learn from your sisters to not make the same mistakes and letting them go off on their own tangents, then your children being the way they are could be an example to the other races to be better than they are now. You could change this problem.
And how is that different from any of the races my other sisters have made? Each one was made and created with the intention of showing the other races what true peace and happiness can be.
They weren't there. Obviously, okay. I look at everybody else. They weren't. They were stuck in here to protect themselves, right? Because they would, if they would die, then they would like their whole race would collapse and have topple over. That's already happening. So why not risk yourself?
So what about the world trees? I thought that's where they come from.
The trees that I live in, the tree that I live in is a representation of my race. You have not seen our father. Our life came from the blooms of that tree.
So
what I'm sorry. What I'm trying to say is you have a head start. You could have, instead of making accidents like you have quote unquote have made, you could have flexed your creativity power to make a species, lived among them, because obviously the rest of you haven't lived among you. You have. So I've looked at the other person that talked before that has lived among her species. You have, but you haven't. Have you actually openly, like, hey, I am your mother. Let's make this world a better place. Have you done that?
This one down here.
Because
She says, yes, that is what I am actively doing every day.
did you do that at the beginning when all this started?
Each of us were present at the beginning of our races. For at least
Were you always present?
there comes a
I'm
limited
saying,
amount of time where we can be present. You can't constantly be in 300 places at once. When you eventually have so many children that you can't spend all of your time with all of them, you end up showing favor to one family or a group of them, and all the others feel resentful towards you.
why not set yourself up as like a traveling sage or something, going around different places constantly, making promises that you will make your rounds to support the rest of your species? I'm trying to figure out what the problem is of like not being there for your species. I mean, I think you could have done it better.
This one steps forward. This one is actually seeing the overall problem and not paying attention to the matter at hand. This is an example of your children's inability to focus. Once again, Nakumna. And he just kind of laughs. He's basically mocking humans for trying to take on more than they can chew.
I'm sorry, I think I missed something. Mimi was saying something to me.
Okay. He basically says something to the ends that mocks you for trying to bite off more than you can chew. This one mortal who's less than 20 years old is trying to fix the problems of 8 beings who are, most of them, over 2,000 years old and have been trying to solve this problem for a long time.
Yeah, well, you may laugh, but I was conceived of a union between two of the races, two of the children. And because of that, I don't see any desperation or not desperation, uh, despair in the fact that we can't work together. My mother would happen to blow by my father's resting place atop the mountain where he slept, and uh, they got to know each other. They fell in love. They had me. I don't see what the problem is. If that's the case, then there is hope that we can all work together. If all of you join together in this endeavor, I mean, you could um
As
go into the physical.
as you're saying this, Concertia makes a motion. Unfortunately, solving the problems of peace in this world are not why you have been brought here. And you continue to void off of the subject. The subject simply is our brother guilty of sin. Has he done wrong by abandoning his holy post to create a race and instead made abominations? Your purpose is to judge whether or not he is guilty, decide whether or not he will be punished, and what will be done with the result of his creatures.
I look to Panzer and I whisper to him, I don't think he's guilty, and I think your plan to having him come with us would be sufficient punishment. To have him bound to us or something so that he couldn't escape or something. If he could come along to try to help us fix things, I think that would be sufficient. That's my opinion.
Okay. I believe he was trying to make children and ended up making abominations, not on purpose. So I will not account him for that.
For the
Sleeping with you. Sorry?
For the sake of Seth not being here, I will voice for Seth and best as theme as I can for what their race stands for. And he says, "Let the creatures be as they will. If they are able to survive, then they are strong. If they are weak, then they will die off on their own. Let the creatures
Well
be
said.
as they will."
Well said. I second that notion.
That's a good idea.
Oliver, you still with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you second that notion?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean?
Are we letting the birds try to live?
Oh, look, yeah, sure.
Okay. The birds shall live if they can. If they are strong.
And of their suffering,
I'm sorry?
will we do nothing to change them or alter them? Will we
I
not
mean,
try
you
to
could.
help them?
I mean, you could.
Does he have that power?
He just kind of sits back in his chair and rolls his eyes.
I have an idea. Let him come with us.
Hold on.
Technically, yes, but I don't see the point.
Sorry, what was the Sister Thark?
Let me double check this because I don't have these memorized. Mother of Ogres.
You know what?
Shez.
He's not too important on names. He just says Sister Thark.
Yes.
May I see the little one?
She brings it forward and puts it into your arms again.
Thank you.
Oh fuck.
You okay,
I
Carl?
bring it over.
I gotta move the truck.
Okay.
I'm holding the little one in front of me, close to where the flowers are. This is your child, correct?
Yes.
And you have the power to help him?
Yes.
Out of game. I feel stupid. Okay, back in the game. You don't seem that strong.
Strength hasn't always been the point of life. While I can see why you value it, I really don't care.
You don't seem to care about anything except sleeping with women.
And drinking. Just pretty much anything that, involves a
Sinners.
good time.
So is it the sinning that is fun?
Oh, pretty much anything that's fun. Anything
Anything.
entertaining.
It wouldn't be entertaining to see your children healthy?
Make a persuasion check. And if you have buffs and whatnot,
Yep, I do.
go ahead.
Bolster
use
and tongue.
those. Yep. Go ahead. Good call. Good call, John. Good call.
Wait, what's going on?
He's trying to play his charisma to convince the guy to do something he's basically convincing someone who's lazy to, oh, dang. Do you have proficiency with that, John?
Bolstering tongue, right?
Yeah, technically. What the hell? Yeah. I mean, you got a
Hang
plus.
on.
Is that a charisma check?
How's that? Did that work? Crap. Now I'll just use a map.
What's your charisma stat?
My charisma stat is a 6, but if he sees my shoulder, it's a 7.
Okay, so we can add a +1, but neither of your rolls have rolled your charisma. I gotta check your character sheet here, because neither of them are rolling the right stat number. So your charisma, according to the page, is a 6, yes. Plus your shoulder tattoo should be a 7. Charisma is labeled as an 8. Okay, gotta drop that back down. It's entered as a 7 now.
Oh, I didn't want to enter drive time, but I just fucking did.
All right. So go ahead and roll the charisma check button again for me with the right stat.
Okay.
Natural 20 on the skill check.
Thank you.
Up and around this area real quick.
After all the confusing rolls, trying to figure out what the heck is going on, you roll a nat 20.
Because it was right now.
You see a spark of interest in his eyes. You know, I suppose it could be interesting to see them, you know, at least for a little bit, see what they could be, potentially.
I whisper to Panzer, wouldn't he also, and he's like all about why do anything because the world is depressing, like everything's awful. Why not try to instruct his children to bring joy and happiness to everyone?
Let's see where he goes.
So you're still holding on to the bird, right, Panzer?
Yes.
He's looking at it with some curiosity, with some interest. You can tell that you've played on his
Ego.
mischievous, egotistical. He's somewhat curious as to, you know, rather than creating something from scratch, what would result from him tweaking something. But he's currently not making any moves.
I'm sorry?
He's currently not making any moves otherwise.
What is the bird doing?
It's just kind of sitting in your hands, kind of, you know, it's still exhausted from nearly choking to death on sawdust.
Well, I put it to sleep, remember?
Okay, well, if that's the case, we'll say it's been woken up.
Okay.
It's been a while. You guys took an 8-hour rest in the middle of the night, remember?
How would it still be in the spirit realm or something? Because it didn't meditate, did it?
No, but you guys brought it, and I'm saying for the sake of, you brought the bird's spirit with you.
Okay, cool.
Mr. Rules Lawyer, don't you dare take Trevor's place.
Okay, sorry.
I take out an ethereal water skin. Is he still choking?
No, he's not choking. He was choking on sawdust when you found him.
Right. I set the bird down next to the flowers. Not past the flowers, but next to the flowers.
Okay.
And I take a step back.
The bird slowly here. I gotta roll for this. Give me a second. The bird just kind of sits there. You can tell it's still tired. It's weak. It definitely wasn't the strongest of its race. And you can see that, you know, in its abominable shape, it is ever so slightly still just suffering from what it is. And there's a moment on his face or on the sun's face. Did I tell you guys his name?
I think he did. I don't
Okay.
remember what it was.
His name is Armoros. There's a moment on Armoros's face where his ego and his aloof state of mind, you see just a twinge for a moment of empathy. Like, he sees the creature's suffering, and he identifies with it. He understands suffering because in and of his own self and in his own view of the world and all the pointlessness of it, he constantly feels like he's suffering too. Like, what's the point of life if I'm just here with no real purpose, with no good purpose? And after that twinge, he reaches down, picks it up. You see a single tear run down his face. Starting from the beak, he just reaches forward and slides his hand across the bird. And the human features fade away. Lush, deep, strong feathers furl out. The morbid beak becomes normal. And as he's done brushing away the changes, you see that this bird has small fingers on the ends of its wings, just enough left of a human concept, but still a bird. And it stands up strong.
Did it grow in size?
Nope. It's still small. Still only about 8 inches tall, tops. But it looks around with a concept of understanding.
Can I make an observance check with Fukuro to see if I can hear its thoughts like before?
Okay, I'm done.
Okay, hold on.
Sure, go ahead.
Did it work?
No. Try pushing the button again.
Well, I'd like to make an observance check as well. On the sisters.
Okay, give me 1 second. Jordan, we're going to go
Yeah.
with the first one that came through. It's a 16. You get an overrunning sense of relief from the creature. It's not exhausted anymore. It's not, hungry. It's not suffering from being a morbid abomination of a creature.
So does it actually have a good, like, not misjumbled, messed up mindset, but it actually can think straight now?
Mm-hmm.
I look at Panzer. It totally worked.
And Panzer, your observance check for what now?
On the sisters while this is happening.
Okay. Say 14. They do appear to all appreciate life being right, at least in this one particular moment. They all have an appreciation and a good feeling about what's going on.
And how does he look?
Looks kind of spellbound at the moment. The bird sitting in his hands is no longer just laying around. It actually hops around looking at everyone, cocking its head, looking at everyone.
When he looks at me, I kind of cock my head too.
He kind of cocks his head back the other way and jumps back.
I look at Asteros, or what was his name again?
Armoros.
Armoros. Do you think it should have a name?
I'll let him choose his own name.
Can I try seeing its thoughts again?
Looks at you. Looks at him. And suddenly the silence is burst by the sound. Do you think it should have a name?
Oh my gosh.
I'll let him choose his own name. He's basically mimicking both of you.
I say hello. Hello.
Hello.
Well, it seems to like mimicking things.
It seems to like mimicking things.
Hey, Panzer, do you have an object that is not necessarily a weapon or something like you can see? If it mimics things like that, does it mimic other things, like physically?
I grab my whistle
Okay.
and I blow into it.
I'll remind you before you do that. The whistle is silent. It's like a dog whistle.
I'm gonna see if
Then
he opens up his mouth.
What?
I'm gonna see if he opens up his mouth, trying to mimic the sound.
Apparently, you try it, but I will say that the gnome girl and the pixie both flinch a little bit, like someone's digging into their ear or something.
Oh, I stop immediately.
And the bird has no response.
Okay. I kind of lift my hand up. Sorry.
They both look like they have that one moment of lazy eye where they're like, "Oh, my ear."
Joey, I want to try to make the connection again, like both of my mind and his, to see if he would want. I have a hunch, but I want to see if he would like shapeshift into a miniature version of myself.
As your minds connect for a moment, the bird, he looks down at himself, lifts his wings, looks back and forth. He's like, kind of cocks his head for a moment. And then the most unexpected thing happens. He's like, how the heck am I supposed to do that?
I laugh out loud. Oh, I was just curious. You're awesome.
Thank you.
It's not just mimicking anymore.
It covers up its own beak with its feathers, and it's like, oh, I did that. and in the moment, there is a smile from Armoros for a moment, and he's like, I can talk.
A little mischievous.
I can talk. And he starts bouncing all over the place, and he's just hopping up and down all over the place. He's very exciting.
Shot of clones, and I shoot it.
I would catch the arrow out of the air. I would catch the Shadow Clown. I catch the arrow and shove it in your eye.
Oh my god. Oh man.
Nice placement for shadow clones there, Carl.
Oh
Yeah,
man.
that was awesome.
I can just
Alright.
imagine one of those chaotic evil characters being here. I'm like, oh my god, just shut the fuck up.
Bam!
Oh man. I'm sorry.
The
Continue.
Nakuna, after watching this for a moment, she steps forward. This is all well and good for his children. But what about his sins against my children?
Shouldn't one be forgiven? Another chance?
I whispered to Panzer, was it possible to seal him to the physical plane to make it so he would have to fix the problem with his children? Because I know the technique, I haven't ever been able to do it, and I'm nowhere near of figuring it out. But if we were to like allow him to come with us for a while, I could figure it out how to help him to keep him here. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, the fridge, bottom drawer. Okay. For that, I state we set him on probation.
Explain.
Y'all can see what happens in the world, correct?
To a point.
Say you were able to follow him on, say, some travels. I say he walks the mortal world, trying to make the place better during our travels. I can't think of a better punishment. He wants, I'm sure, to find happiness. But if he does good work and he's accomplished many, I say you'll welcome him back with open arms.
The other three of you concur.
I agree. That sounds like the best thing that has been said this whole evening, other than I can talk.
I can talk.
I want to see what he's capable of. What do you say, Oliver?
Is he out?
Hmm.
Oliver is very quiet.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I'm very quiet. I say let him tag along for a little bit. Allow him to fix what he's done. Help fix things.
I mean, pretty sure you have your own quests to do, and wouldn't it be more expedient and get done quicker if I just went and did it?
Well, where's your sense of adventure?
Also, how would we make sure that you would do it and not like give up halfway through?
That's where his sisters come into play.
We can keep an eye on him.
I think Panzer needs like a hammer, a wig, and a podium where he can like slam it.
Where's my potted wig?
Yes. Hey, can't you like think it into existence?
Technically, yes.
Yes, I love it.
That is not canon.
Okay. A shadow clone wig.
Yes. Like if there's some art play that wants to be done, go ahead. But for story wise, that never happened.
Oh, that's awesome.
All right. Oliver, you still have yet to speak.
I have.
Yeah, he said he was okay with it.
Okay. For the sake of, Seth agrees because he's not here.
He would be indifferent, I think. Pardon me.
Very well. I agree. As long as they don't turn me into something morbid again, I will go around and tweak these various races for the sheer entertainment of seeing what they can do.
And betterment of all.
I'll do my best.
Well, the alternative isn't great. The idea of punishment would probably be around the side of you becoming a blacksmith's hammer and used at a table for the rest of your life.
That sounds dull.
Yeah, and loud.
Very well, Nakumna says. The judges have spoken. Your recompense will be to bring peace through the world by tweaking out all of the mistakes you have made and correcting them. But know this, should you commit crimes against any of our children ever again, your curse will return by my hands. Does that stand well with the judges?
Unless it is for betterment. If,
Sounds
say,
like a
one of
good
your
deal.
children's tried to attack him, he will be allowed to attack back.
Very well.
I will state anything that comes to him first is allowed, including women. But he is not
Hold on.
be the
What?
first to engage.
It sounds like you're making me an absolute vampire. I have to be invited in. Oh, what a dull existence. Very well. Now can I leave? Looks around for anyone objecting.
I think we're good.
I said let the man leave.
Thank God. And he just he disappears.
You know how bad I wanted to just say objection.
Yes.
Uh,
Carl simply has
I
a
can
whole
just
suit
imagine
and
Carl
ties.
just smirking, just like holding his tongue, just turning his head around, like, oh God, don't do it, don't do it.
Yes.
Man.
Concertia steps forward. Thank you. there is more peace amongst our family now.
And I'm happy for his children. So before I leave, could I have something of each of you to give to your children?
You will have to visit us each in our own places, as you have visited Nakumna as well.
Okay. I've been to one already. Does that count?
If you want something special for your children, you must come again.
I don't really have a mother. Apparently, it's demons.
Well, that is for you to discover and find out in your own time.
I'm gonna have to make a big hole.
Each of them slowly turn and disappear.
That conversation took forever, but it is in canon.
Welcome to role play games.
No, that is canon. I actually said that. I may be young, but I
Could've
have a
been
strong
longer.
will. It
And
felt like he was making some really good points.
which one?
Never mind. You weren't listening.
I was busy managing maps.
Okay.
All right. You all wake up in your own respective bodies, and the bird kid is, still in your armor.
He's asleep, right? Or is he awake now?
He's awake. He hops out.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
I'm glad to hear. So you know who that was, right?
Kind of.
He's your dad. You're lucky to have one.
Yeah. Hops up, kind of skip, hop, not using his wings, and eventually flies up the shaft where you guys came down.
Who else is mentally tired?
I'll say, what now?
I said, who else is mentally tired?
I am. I collapse suddenly and just lay on the floor. I'm fast asleep. Joey, I want to make a skill that I can fall asleep instantly without my herbs.
So you're gonna sleep in a cave?
Yes.
Sure, go ahead and roll for it. Roll a resolve check.
I pick him up.
19. He's asleep. You pick him up. He's like a rag doll. You're just potato sack carrying a sleeping kid.
I did use a skill point.
Okay. You can add that in your journal or wherever you keep your list of skills and mark it off as one success. All right. You guys leave the cave?
Yeah, definitely.
All right. So, let's go ahead and let's drag you guys all back here. Eventually, when you come up here, there are thousands of these little talking creatures. You get the idea that all of them have been changed. It is like walking into, an anime convention. Everyone is just chit-chatting everywhere.
Shadow clone.
What the heck?
Yes.
And it's just on repeat as all of them say it.
But you get the idea that they're no longer deciding to live in the cave. As you walk out, there's a lot of them leaving, flying away, going different places, and spreading out into the world to try to make it a better place.
Good luck, everyone.
And as you get outside, I'll let you guys all spawn yourselves on the lower end of the map, unless you guys don't want to use a map, and we'll just go to the world map. I actually updated all the maps yesterday with the proper
Yay.
state names. So I'm going to move you guys to that. You guys, these are all updated. Every country in the world now has a name, has an accurate, up-to-date map. I got a lot of work done last night. You guys are currently... wait a minute. That's the wrong map. You guys are in Hildaxia. Where's Hildaxia? I went and put you in Ashenland.
The map is a lot smaller than I thought it would be.
Hildaxia. There you go. You
Is
guys
that the wrong map?
No, there you go. Now, okay, I clicked on it, but I didn't drag you guys. Hildaxia. There you go. This is Hildaxia. You guys are currently on this token right here. As you come out of the cave,
version of the map.
Okay, you can zoom out if you want.
Like we can only see like
the
light green area.
Yep.
That's the zoomed in of the map.
Yeah, I've done one for every continent, and then I also updated the entire world map. So I'll show you guys that.
Yeah.
There you go. That is updated
There's the
with
world map.
all the new country names and everything. If a country doesn't have a name, it doesn't technically list as a populated country with a name.
Hey, what was my country again?
You are from the Kingdom of Zeketh, clear over here. Just north side of Lasid. And you guys are all currently clear down here. 2 countries away. All right, I'm going to go back into the zoomed map now. There you go. So, you all come out of the cave. The carts have been drawn up towards the bottom of the cave entrance. The Juliana is out there with Sue and Lily, just waiting. And
are they talking to any of the birds?
No. They're like 150 feet below you, but the rope is still down there for all of you to scale down. If you want to,
I would like to jump off.
Okay, you just jump off. You can use your air cushion, so that's not a problem. Anyone else who's going to scale down, give me a strength check. I won't make Seth do one since he's not here.
What now?
Strength check to scale down back to where the carts are.
Oh yay!
I set up a piece of rope.
So bad.
The rope is still there.
God.
He goes over the edge. He starts to go down, and then he slips. He begins to fall. And thankfully, the cart was parked in such a place just in case that happened, and you land on the cushioned roof of it.
21 for me.
You scale down just fine. Lily pops up over the edge of the cart as you're sitting on the cloth roof among the metal hoops, kind of sore, Oliver, and she's like, "See? I got you covered."
Oh my gosh,
Thank
you're
you.
adorable.
I like peek over. Actually, technically, she had the wagon covered. You just happened to fall on it.
As you all accumulate down there at the bottom of the cliff, one of the one bird that you took into the cave with you, he's perched on the top of the wagon head, and she's like, "So where are we going?"
Oh, you're coming?
I'm coming.
Oh, let's do this.
Onward.
Onward.
I don't know where
Have
we're
you
going.
picked a name?
I don't know.
You want us to name you?
No. He has to figure that out by himself.
Okay.
And eventually he comes down in the wagon, and Lily with her drum, her one primary instrument, eventually, it is a strange sound when a bird decides to jump up and down on top of a drum to make it play. But Lily, Sue, and unnamed bird bard are all in the back goofing around as you head out to continue on your quest. So, the world is back to you guys. What do you wish to do? Oh, and before I do that, XP doling out for completing the quest.
And everything else.
Okay, so the quest, I gave you guys XP before the last time we started this thing. So the Vine Drake and this overall quest, since when you visited the Rain Town and Oliver and Panzer and Elo were dueling, that took almost an entire session by itself. So this is for the current quest. Oh, that's bullcrap. You're breaking up, Carl.
Experience for the Vine thing.
Yeah, I'm doing that too. All right, so for the Vine Drake, 96 experience. And for completing the overall quest, you get 32 XP.
What's the total?
128.
$128.
Yep.
All right. I'm level 4.
How much
if you're
experience does it take
under level, then you get another dice worth of XP. So, Seth.
Wait, how are you so low, Panzer?
I wasn't with y'all, I guess.
Yeah, there was the time when he stayed in the city
right.
of Lacid when you guys weren't there. So Panzer, Elo, and Seth each get 42 additional XP.
Does that make me one level up, or does?
Give me a second.
X
Give me a second. I have to get into Khan's character sheet and make a note for him. Attributes and abilities, current XP. I gotta add one.
So 80.
Okay, so he has. All right, he has 128 plus 42 equals 170 XP because he joined in the middle of this quest.
Okay, so I'm at 190.
There you go.
90.
Where's my XP?
Put it on attributes and abilities page. At the very bottom of the list. That's the easiest way to do it. The max is 500. Every time you reach 500, you level up. All right. So, it is currently 7:43. I think it's a good time to take a break because we usually take it at 8.
What's good? I'm making dinner.
Okay, yeah. Everyone can quick make dinner. Do what you need to. We're going to go ahead and keep the stream up, but it'll be muted. And we will be back 43. Let's plan to be back at 8:05. How does that sound to you guys? Is that enough time for everybody?
That sounds good. Yeah, that's plenty of time.
All right, that'll give everybody time to eat, stretch their legs, and then when you get back, unless you guys have something that you need to work on, we'll skip forward to your guys' stay in the city of Asho.
Do we have the ambassador with us?
Yes, he is in the cart.
Shouldn't we talk to the dude that was gonna hire us to get rid of those birds?
Probably should.
Okay, let's do that later then, because I want to eat.
That's why I said for you guys to remember things.
All right.
So, I'm going to go to mute screen, and I will talk to you guys at 8:05.